Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to my favorite locals day trip from Munich. Make sure you like to subscribe, we're just gonna simply jump in, let's go.
Welcome to Herren Chiemsee Palace, Germany's miniature Versailles, built by King Ludwig II on an island in an alpine lake. It is as ridiculous as it sounds. And as a local, it's one of my favorite day trips from Munich as well. The kind of trip that's half journey, half destination, because to get to this very spot, we're going to need to take a lot of cool transportation options. Trains, trams, ferries, you name it. It's going to be a real adventure, and I can't wait to take you along for the ride.
All right, let's see.
And so, like all grand adventures, we're going to start right here in the Munich Hauptbahnhof, perpetually under construction. Because you know as I do that, well, it's all well and good making an inspirational travel video about one of the best day trips from Munich, but how useful is that if I don't show you how to get there? Let's get to the train. Let's get to the train.
It's gonna be busy.
Which unfortunately for us, heading to am Chiemsee means taking the RE5 to Salzburg, perhaps the busiest day trip train out of Munich. You need to get here early or you're going to be standing. Oof. They should run more trains to Prien.
That's not a reaction that I was expecting. He basically hated. It's like he doesn't have good experience with it.
I was easily the worst train ride I have ever had, or at least ever really recorded on this channel. And I include it because I want you to understand that I am incredibly honest. If I say it's a good train ride, it's a good train ride. If I say you need to show up early, and even then it's going to be crowded, I mean it. But frankly, I think the train operators should be pretty ashamed of themselves. There is a massive demand on the Munich to Salzburg line, and there are so many amazing places along.
And Germany has one of the best public transportations in the world, and it looks like they're not even happy with it. That's insane, man. Is it money? I don't think it's money, folks. I have to be competency, because I don't think it's money.
The way that are just so much harder to visit than they need to be. And it's a private company as well, which, not to get too political, but they fucking suck.
Oh, so it's
Run more trains.
So it's it's a private company, okay. So they suck as well. So what is it about the trains in Germany, man? And again, I don't think it's money. I don't think it's money. It's something about the trains that by their nature, default, they're suck in Germany. It looks
Bring them
nice.
under public control.
I'm gonna be honest. It looks nice. It looks nice. I don't know.
However, it's not all bad though. As terrible as that train ride was, we're now here at the Prien Chiemsee train station. We need to get to the port. That's a really cool way of doing it.
Let's
a much better
go.
train. In truth, though, you have three choices now. There's a bus that often runs down to the port. There is the small gauge railway that I'm going to embark on. But if you wanted to walk it, it's not that far. And you can actually just essentially follow the tram tracks the entire way there. It's quite a nice walk, but I mean, come on. And friends of the channel who have been around for a little while will know this is not the first time we have ridden the small gauge railway here at Prien Chiemsee. We did it for the special video Christmas Market Island, where they were actually running a little 1881 steam tram called Laura that I still think about almost every day. Today there's a diesel locomotive. Her name's Lisa. Let's get on board. And you could find yourself a seat in one of the excellent carriages, but my favorite place to be is right behind the train, a little standing room area. It's actually quite a scenic little trundle on this train.
So in his case, he's recording outside, though. Does he need a permit for that? Do people ask for permission to be recorded? Let me know in the comment section.
Oh, I'm so excited. so happy. Oh, it's the little things in life though, isn't it?
Yeah,
just a little train trundling through a little village. I'm having the best day. All trains are forgiven for their trespasses.
It did the thing.
And Lisa agrees. Look at those cars. Boo! Boo to the cars for they're not riding the tram. Are those rubber wheels? Ew.
Oh, that's beautiful.
See what I'm saying about the
That's a
water?
nice
It's
park.
equally nice.
Yes, a nice
And in
park.
a pinch, you know, maybe we might even walk on our way back.
He's having a blast.
That was an actually excellent train ride, if I do say so myself. But now, our time on the rails is over. We're at the lakeshore. It's time for our next mode of transport. The Kimsey ferries are yet another reason why I absolutely love this day trip, but there is a little bit of a meta to how I like to do my tickets. Now, I like to get my train ticket nice and early. I like to get my palace tour for like the mid-afternoon, but considering train delays and who knows what else, I don't like to buy my ferry ticket until I arrive. So let's go get the ticket, let's get on board.
Oh, see, so he's a real German guy. I mean, he's real as it gets. He understands how to move around. So see, if you understand how the transportation works, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. As long as you understand the nature of the transportation, you can get around.
Work on. I could decide if I wanted a private or small group class, if I wanted to work on speaking, listening, or a very specific grammatical focus. Lingoda really empowered me to hone in on what I thought I needed to do to improve my German and help me do it. And after using Lingoda for a little while, I noticed that my German had really improved in ways it just hadn't for a really long time. So if you think that Lingoda could help you out, please click the link in the description box below for up to 25% off your language learning journey. I think it could really work for you the way it worked for me. So again, click the link in the description box below. Back to Kimsey.
That was not bad.
I am so shocked. On a day as beautiful as today, I definitely thought we were gonna have to be like pushing people over to get a seat here.
I mean, it's been pushing people over all day. The train, the boat was a bit busy. Lisa was all right, but here, there are places to spare. I can't believe it.
Thank God.
And now this beer. Prost. The food has finally arrived. I am incredibly excited. I went with the classic traditional Käsespätzle, one of my favorite meals on this channel. But if I'm being honest, I wanted the Wiener Schnitzel, but I don't dare it anymore because I've been unfairly bullied in our previous videos. You guys always tell me I'm wrong, so today we're eating Käsespätzle. Maybe you can correct me again. For those not in the know, it's a classic German egg noodle, the Spätzle, with Käse, which usually a local mountain Bergkäse, a mountain cheese, with roast onions on top. It's absolutely fantastic. It's what it says on the tin. It's one of my favorite hearty comfort meals here at home. But let's try it. That is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, that looks, I'm gonna have to tell you that. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. The schnitzel is one of the, I tried schnitzel, like American schnitzel. I have trouble saying that word. And it was all right. I would love to, because remember folks, some of these plates are not gonna taste the same in Germany because their waters might be different from what we have here in the States. So I'm looking forward to just get that experience or the taste.
I always prefer it when it comes in a hot skillet, but I'll tell you what, with this view, this ambiance,
Can't go wrong.
and this flavor, this taste, absolutely fantastic. This is a good Käsespätzle.
You cannot
However,
go wrong.
ultimately, a Käsespätzle is a Käsespätzle, and what I'm most excited today for this little mini food tour is what Camille's eating.
Oh yeah. So normally I have a really hard time when we're traveling in Bavaria because it is so meat-based. But we're on an island in the middle of a lake, so I'm gonna have some fish.
It looks incredible.
Incredible.
And
Wow.
it better be because it was 27 euros. But it is the local
27. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense. The reason it makes sense is because you're not in a small island, and bringing things into the island does cost money, so it makes sense.
fish. So I think it'll be worth it.
I'm so glad you finally get to be included in a food tour.
Me too. That is so fishy. Basically the reason that I'm a pescatarian and not a real vegetarian, I love fish and I'm really loving this.
So what did you get exactly?
So it's kimse bream that they fish out of the lake. And it must be really fresh because it tastes fantastic. Like I said, the taste is
Oh, yeah, you can
incredibly
tell.
fishy, but it's super balanced out by a bed of hollandaise sauce. It is a super local, traditional Bavarian dish from the lake that we are currently on. 10 out of 10, would do again.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was absolutely fantastic. We've been there a few times now, and every time it is a treat. But now that we're satiated, we're happy, we're settled, we've only got 40 minutes until our tour of the palace. It's going to be about a 20-minute walk. We need to get going. The only problem, though, with this walk to the castle is when you're not in the lovely shaded woods. And we are here on the hottest day of the year. So I will hear no disparaging comments about my fantastic neck fan. It is the
Man, we have to. Hey, shout out to the dude, man. You have those little fans. Supposedly doing something. My guy, the sun is hitting you in the back. Those little fans are not gonna do anything.
only thing keeping this video possible right now. Coming here in the shoulder season, that might be the right way to do it.
A little bit later into the summer. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh,
And
yeah.
something else that I really love about this island, something I really respect about the Insel, is his attitude towards animal and nature conservation. Specifically, how much they look after their rare bat population. You can see it all throughout the woods. They have these little bat boxes, and they're putting in a massive effort to restore a
them.
relatively endangered local species of bat. It's really cool, and I love seeing that in these kinds of places.
Take care. Wow, it's beautiful.
Now that is a view.
I know,
Wow.
right? It's insane. Are we at Versailles?
King Ludwig wants us to believe that.
I think we are.
It's a little smaller. It's so much bigger than Lindelhof Palace.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm so excited to see the inside.
That's beautiful. Wow. 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 Wow, folks.
Did you hear those guys who just walked by? That's bad omens for later. They came from the path I want to walk later,
No.
saying that they were attacked by a swarm of mosquitoes. And it's been a little mozzy today. There's actually been a lot of bad weather lately in Munich. That's why we're filming this on the hottest day. Not because we want to, but because there's gonna be a week of storms, and there's just been a week of storms. This is the only nice day that I could record where I wasn't stuck inside at the office. Like, comment, subscribe, help me make this my full-time job. Anyway,
Hey,
with all
hey,
that
hey,
standing
hey,
water, there's
hey.
a lot of
Shout out to that guy, man. Make sure you guys like his comment. I mean, his video. What he just stated is true. The more you guys don't have to spend no money, zero money. But if you guys give it like a small like and share and comment, hey, you're helping this dude to make sure this is his livelihood.
mosquitoes. I think I mentioned this place is a
it,
nature
right?
preserve, and it is, and they don't use any
me show you, let me
pesticides.
show you.
So Sometimes it can get a little buggy. I don't know. Let's see how we feel,
That's
but
how you
we
do
might
it.
need to be careful with our hike later, walking around. I don't need any more bug bites. Enough of mosquitoes though, now on to the main event. It's time to go inside, it's time for the tour.
So I am pretty excited. It starts in about 10 minutes. We went to Neuschwanstein, did the tour inside, didn't love it, but we did love the tour in Linderhof. So I'm super
my
curious to see
God.
how I feel about this.
I think it's about time to learn if we're palace people or not.
Let's go.
And one more quick note, you are of course not allowed to film inside or during the tour. So it's time to put the cameras down and I will see you.
Damn, for real? Man, for real? You're not allowed to record it. What is it? Is the recording is gonna mess up the structure? I don't know, man. Oh, man.
On the other side. Now, spoiler alert, I'm in a pretty good mood. I had a lot of fun on that tour, and I cannot believe how peaceful this rear courtyard of the palace is. So let's take a seat, let's talk about it. All right, now, I must admit, I still don't think I'm a palace person yet, but King Ludwig is doing his best to try and convince me, I'll tell you that. I mean, what did you think of the tour?
I really loved it. It was great. I mean, as far as tours go, it was very short. It was like an hour long. And I feel like they took us into each room and sort of imparted the most interesting and relevant sort of historical nugget. And I really love that kind of tour. This is what you need to know about this room. Isn't that interesting? And we're like,
Very cool, moving on. No, I completely agree. And I think one of the things I enjoyed the most is that, as you can tell, the palace is symmetrical. It's built in two mirrored wings, if you will, and in classic Ludwig fashion, only one of them is furnished. So you go into one and it's all clad in this gorgeous marble. It's really cool. And then you end the tour in a completely unfinished section, and it kind of feels almost like under construction. And I think that just adds such a really cool contrast. You get to see what the end result.
Well, if this artist, right, kind of artist, does this multiple times, it might be his signature.
Was, and also see how they were getting there. So I also really loved that part of the tour myself too. As far as becoming a palace person though, like I said, still not all the way there, but King Ludwig knows where to place a palace, I'll tell you that. Here on an island in a lake, absolutely incredible. I mean, I would actually be quite curious, how would you rank them now that we've done all three major King Ludwig palaces?
I would say this is a solid 2 out of the 3. I liked Linderhof more. I didn't enjoy
Linderhof
Neuschwanstein.
more? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It definitely, we've been pretty.
Wow, I'm so excited, man. It just getting me pumped, man. Getting me pumped.
Clear on this channel that we're not huge Neuschwanstein fans. And Linderhof, I think, is it because you just like mountains more than lakes? Is that it?
It might be.
You know, I think honestly I agree with that ranking. If you like lakes more than mountains, Hedden Kimse is going to be your favorite. If you like mountains over lakes, Linderhof will be your favorite. And if you're into that fairy tale castle aesthetic, then of course Neuschwanstein, you can't be beat. My legs are starting to get stiff. I think we need to go on that walk.
That's beautiful.
And I think we've gotten really lucky as well, because I told you there was a storm coming. Tomorrow is going to be awful. But that cloud coverage, it's made the heat dissipate. The fountains are on. The weather is so much nicer. I'm glad we hung out in the palace for a little while because it was brutal earlier and I'm ready to explore.
This really brings so much as a fresh to the to the walk. It brings like a new energy. You're feeling that water hitting you in your face, that green disgusting water hitting you in the face, but at least you get like a second chance to just move along, you know.
These palaces though, man, they really know how to make you feel small. It is just so
That's the
huge,
purpose
so
of it.
opulent. This is probably the most beautiful fountain I've ever seen, and they have 2 of them. It's just, it boggles the mind. They're so fun to look at. Just all the statues everywhere. It's a beautiful place to be. Though unequivocally, the best part of any fountain is gotta be the ducks. I don't think they like me very much, but what a beautiful place to swim. And of course, it's plainly obvious that there is this absolutely massive sight line from the palace front door over to the lake. And one of the reasons for that, you can notice it on the map and you can notice it with your own eyes, is the beautiful water inlet, that canal right over there, that was used for the actual shipping of the bricks that made the palace itself. One of the reasons why it was so expensive was because all of the bricks, not that exciting, but it's really exciting to me. And that's the third railway of the day, if you're keeping count. But that being said though, I am being eaten alive by mosquitoes and we've gone one pace away into the woods. I don't think we're hiking today, guys. They getting you too? Yeah, let's go back around the fountain. Though if the mosquitoes aren't biting you, I would still highly recommend that you go and do the trails. We did them last time.
Just make sure it's a little colder, right? If it is underneath 65 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe, or 30, I would say 30 degrees Celsius or something like that, you might get an easier experience. But when it's hot, the mosquitoes are gonna be flying around, so it's hard.
Again, shoulder season I think is perfect for this palace, and they're really beautiful. Nobody ever walks out there. There's some amazing lake views. So I'll put it on screen. This is the route that I would recommend, just not today.
That looks beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
My favorite little history fact about this palace, though, isn't about its construction, nor the man who commissioned it, but what happened here in 1948 under Allied control. West Germany had essentially a constitutional convention right here. They brought in 30 legal experts to do more of like an advisory committee sort of thing. The main draft of the Grundgesetz, the basic law, would be done in Bonn. However, the people here were so thorough in their reasoning, their documentation, that it was referenced so many times in Bonn.
Achieve his dream, which is basically do this full time. It's not easy, folks. It's not easy right now. Well, that's all I'm gonna say. Very good video. Thank you so much for that guy or that person that recommended this video. Really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Have you guys ever visited this palace? Have you? If you haven't, let me know. If you have, let me know in the comment section below if it is a great palace to go and visit. Meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next one.